Bro, this is exactly how I woke up this morning, bro. Just smiling from ear to ear, knowing that my glorious king, Alex Pereira, fucking destroyed Ankalaev, bro. I'm so happy right now, man. Like, literally, I think we can all say that this was the best possible ending for this event. I mean, honestly, I wish Ankalaev went out cold. That's the only thing I wish that could have happened better. I just wish that he went out more brutally, Because, like, it was a fair stoppage. Don't get me wrong. I'm not debating the stoppage. But imagine a world where Ankalaev got fucking just brutally knocked out in the first round. Man, that would have been awesome. But, I mean, he did get brutally knocked out in the first round. But I'm saying, like, out cold. Like, that would have been crazy. But that's not what we're going to be talking about in today's video. Tony Has Died, will be telling you every single fight that needs to be made after UFC 320. We got a lot of good matchups coming up, so don't click off the video. Stay tuned, and let's get straight into this. The first fighter on this the first fight that I want to make is who is going to fight Alex Pereira next. And he honestly has a lot of options open at this moment. He can fight Carlos Ulberg, defend his title. So he can't fight Yuri because he already beat Yuri twice. I don't think that makes a lot of sense. Yuri beat Khalil, he beat Jamal Hill. I mean, he's definitely deserving. But I don't think it makes sense for Pereira to fight Yuri. But he could if he wanted to. If he just wanted to be nice to Yuri, he could fight Yuri. Ulberg just knocked out Dominic Reyes. So if Pereira wanted to stay at light heavyweight and defend his title at light heavyweight, he would be taking on Carlos Ulberg, right? But in the post-fight press conference, Alex Pereira says he wants the heavyweight fight. He wants the fucking biggest. He wants the baddest. He wants to go up and try to become triple champion. And I think the UFC should indulge him. I think that this is the fight of the century. Alex Poatan Pereira versus Tom Aspinall needs to happen. I don't think it should be at the White House unless Alex Pereira fights John Jones, and I can so see the UFC doing it too. I could so see the UFC doing Alex Pereira versus John Jones, bro. At the White House. Like, that would go so hard. Like, I'm not even a Jones fan. I think he should fuck off for the sport for the rest of my life, bro. But Pereira versus Jones at the White House would go crazy. But I don't think, like, let's be realistic here, bro. If Pereira actually wants to get triple champ status, he needs to fight the champion. And that champion right now is Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall, he must fulfill his side of the bargain and brutally knock out Cyril Gane. It's what he has to do, bro. He has to go knock out Cyril Gane in Abu Dhabi. I don't think it's too much of a crazy task for him to do that. It can be a submission as well. I mean, and like, I honestly think it's going to be a submission, to be completely honest. I think he'll double leg Gane at the beginning of the fight and then choke him out. Similar to what Jones did. I think that's exactly what will happen. But Pereira versus Tom Aspinall, the hype around this would be insane. Alex Pereira coming off of a brutal knockout in the first round, avenging his loss, moving up in weight to take on Tom Aspinall, who has the shortest fight time in the UFC, and he'll get the knockout over Cyril Gane as well. It doesn't get more perfect than this, and the UFC needs to lock. I saw Dana saying, I don't really want it to happen, man. Shut up, bro. We all want it to happen. It makes sense. Pereira has cleared out the division. He's beaten everybody in the top 5. He beat Khalil. He beat Jamal. He beat Blachowicz. He beat Ankalaev. The only person left is Ulberg. And, I mean, he can fight Ulberg and he would win. But what's the point? Because we know he's going to win that. So we want to see this fucking super fight. This is a fight that is interesting. It could go either way. I know it's crazy to say that. This fight can go either way. 100%. And honestly, I lean towards Pereira in this. Okay, maybe not. But this fight can go either way for sure. Don't get me wrong. Dude, I'm telling you right now, this would be the fight of the century. We need to see this, UFC. We need Pereira versus Aspinall. It needs to happen. This is a legitimate super fight of all super fights. This is the fight that defines this era. You know? This is the fight that people... This will be like the Khabib Conor of this fucking era, bro. We need this fight. So yeah, Pereira versus Ankalaev. Pereira versus Aspinall is the fight to make. Now, Small Ank. Now, listen, man. Small Ank, he went out there. He tried to tried to do the tit for tat leg crash battle, right? Doesn't work anymore, man. We've just passed that method. You actually have to be violent in MMA now. You can't just fucking, low kick your opponent and hug him against the fence. You actually have to show aggression in an MMA fight, right? So, for Ankalaev, it really just depends on what Pereira does, because if Pereira fights Olberg, then Ankalaev should fight Yuri. And I think that makes sense, But if Pereira moves up to fight Aspinall and there's a vacant title fight, then I might as well just, spoil this one now. I think they should do Yuri versus Olberg for the vacant title, So if it really just depends on what happens with Pereira, all these matchups. And with this video, I'm doing the hypothetical that Pereira moves up to heavyweight, right? And so I think Pereira should move up to heavyweight, fight Aspinall, and they do Yuri Prochazka versus Carlos Olberg as a 5-round title fight for the vacant light heavyweight title. So I think that if Alex Pereira moves up, this is the fight to make. And this should be for the belt. And it's a win-win for both guys. Yuri gets a title shot. Olberg gets a title shot. They're both deserving. Pereira moves up, gets the fucking triple champ status. So it's a win-win-win for all three of the best fighters in the division right now. And so if Ankalaev, if Pereira moves up, then yeah, I think they should do Ankalaev versus Yuri, and they should do Olberg versus Pereira. But if Pereira moves up, then I think they should do Jan Blachowicz versus Magomed Ankalaev, or Bogdan Guskov versus Magomed Ankalaev. Whoever wins this fight should fight Big Ank. And it's pretty simplistic. The first fight with Blachowicz was very, very close. A lot of people thought Blachowicz won, including myself. And if Guskov wins, he's on a crazy win streak of his own. And he would have just beat former champion Jan Blachowicz, who honestly, I thought beat Olberg as well. And so, man, my voice is like giving out on me because of how much I was screaming last night. But, yeah, I think this would be a good fight either way. If Guskov puts out Blachowicz, then that is a huge fight to make in the division. For Ankalaev, man, I see some people being like, run the trilogy. Fuck that! You got knocked out in 90 seconds and you didn't defend your title. You're not getting another title shot. Fuck that, bro. Ankalaev, you're not getting the fucking rematch with Pereira. That's so... If anyone actually thinks that Ankalaev should get the rematch with Pereira, just unsubscribe from my channel right now. I don't want to see you. I don't want to see your comments. I don't want to hear your opinion. You don't know what you're talking about. He literally got knocked out in 90 seconds and had no title defenses. And, dude, let's keep it a buck, bro. That first Pereira fight was close. I'm not going to say he won, but I'm just kidding. Listen, I think that this is the fight to make for Big Ank, or Little Ank, or whatever we're calling him now. Small Ank. You're Small Ank now, boy. You're Small Ank now, boy. Bro, this fucking guy... This fucking guy is Small Ank. He cracks me up, bro. He's going to send it back to the tire shop. I don't think so, buddy. Back it up. But no, he doesn't deserve another... He needs to wait. He got knocked out, so he'll be out for a while. The winner of this, they'll probably have some dinks and injuries as well. So they can get together in the cage like early March. The next fighter we need to talk about is Merab Dvalishvili. And there's only one fight that makes sense for Merab. The Peter Yan rematch. Peter Yan, he just defeated Marcus McGee. Previous to that, he beat Song Yadong. Previous to that, he's on a 3-fight win streak. There is nobody left for fucking Merab. Okay? Merab has officially lapped his division. He has beaten Cory Sandhagen. He has beaten O'Malley twice. He has beaten Peter Yan. He beat Jose Aldo. He beat Umar Nurmagomedov. He beat Henry Cejudo. He has lapped the entire division, and it's time to start lapping it again. And this is the fight that needs to be made. Peter Yan, he's on a 3-fight win streak. He's deserving of the title shot. He's defended his ranking multiple times. And yeah, man, this is the fight that needs to be made. I don't think it will go very differently. Let's be honest. I think Peter Yan has a horrible style for Merab. He keeps his hands up way too high. His center of gravity is high. Merab is going to be able to double leg him with these. I mean, Yan did stuff almost all of the takedowns in the first fight, but it doesn't matter. He's not going to be like Yan has not looked better, and Merab has, bro. Merab has improved since the Yan fight, and dude, think about that. Merab has improved since the Yan fight, and he 50-45 to Yan. Yan has stayed about the same in skill. I don't think this will go too well for Yan. I'm a big Yan fan. Definitely a bigger Yan fan than a Merab fan. But yeah, man, I don't think this will go well for fucking Yan, man, at all. And this is the only fight that's left. I mean, the only people I think that can beat Merab right now, possibly, because I still think, dude, honestly, I think Merab is pound for pound number one. I don't think anyone beats him. You know, the only people that can beat Merab right now are Volkanovski and maybe Umar Nurmagomedov. I think Merab dog walks Pantoja. I think Merab dog walks Peter Yan, dog walks O'Malley, dog walks the rest of the division with ease. I mean, and after this fight, you got to get Umar Nurmagomedov another fight, because I don't want to see him just get an instant rematch. I mean, he's fighting Mario Batista, so the winner of that will fight Merab again. And so if Umar wins that, which I think he will, that will be interesting. But until then, Peter Yan versus Merab 2. Run it. The next fight we have to talk about is what we do with Cory Sandhagen. Now, I saw Cory Sandhagen, dude, so much coleslaw was just flying all over the place, bro. Merab was throwing Cory Sandhagen around. I saw fucking coleslaw flying everywhere. Mayonnaise was all over the octagon. It was a sad day for the Sandhagen nerds. But who do I think Sandhagen should fight next? And it's a really hard matchup to make for Sandhagen because he's literally fought everybody in the division. And I think that O'Malley is going to fight Song Yadong. So that takes that fight off the table as well. So Cory's already fought Merab. He's already fought Yan. He's already fought Song. He's already fought Umar. He's already fought everybody in the top 5. He's already fought everybody. He's lost to everybody too. And the only, he has to fight somebody, he has to fight. And he beat Mario Batista as well. So even if Mario Batista loses, no one wants to see the rematch for that either. So he has to fight an up-and-comer because he's already fought everybody else, win or lose. And so I think he needs to fight Vinicius Oliveira, who is coming off of a nasty win at UFC 318. Showed some crazy unorthodox skills. I think this fight would be super fun on the feet. They need to run this fight, man. This would be an insane fight to make. The striking exchanges, they both have good jiu-jitsu as well. But the striking exchanges in this fight would be crazy. They both throw crazy spin and shit all the time. They both are unorthodox. This would be a fun fight to make at 135. I don't think anybody would complain if this got made. I mean, Sandhagen, we all can agree Sandhagen only got the title shot because there was no one left to fight Merab too. So it's not like Sandhagen is like the number one contender or whatever. He lost to Umar. He lost to Yan. He lost to Dillashaw. I think he beat Dillashaw. But he lost to all of these people already. This is just he needs to fight down. So Sandhagen versus Vinicius Lockdog. Let's run it. The next fight was Yuri versus Olberg. I guess I'll just talk about this for a second. I've already kind of explained my mindset going into this, but it's a win-win for both guys, okay? Because Pereira deserves to move up after what he's done in the UFC. 6 champions in 4 years. Beating Yuri twice, beating Adesanya, beating Blachowicz, beating Ankalaev. He deserves the triple champ fight. He deserves to go for it. Let's go for that. And Yuri and Olberg both deserve the title shot. Deservingly so. Now, it just really depends on what Pereira does. But I think that Pereira will move up. And I think that this is the fight the UFC will make for the vacant title. And I think this is a sick fight regardless, man. Both guys are coming off crazy knockouts. Yuri does what Yuri does. He just cockroaches. I'm kind of stealing this from bedtime, but cockroach is not a term of hatred. It's just when you get how many times have we seen Yuri Prochazka come back and win a fight in the third or fourth or fifth round. Like, he just gets destroyed in the first round. And he got destroyed again in the first round, and then he comes back and wins every time. He doesn't know what the fuck rounds are. What is round? What is round? I take guys from my village, and I show them good time in my bedroom. Dude, watching Yuri like cry when Pereira won, like just tears of joy for Pereira, that really touched my heart, bro. That was crazy. So I think Yuri versus Olberg is the fight to make. It's a great fight. Maybe Olberg, I think he needs to develop a little bit of a personality. I don't think it's that hard to show a little bit of your personality. I know he's trying to be like the Cole. He's like Guts, basically. you ever read Berserk? This dude's like Guts. He's just like trying to be stoic as fuck 24/7, giga chatting all the time. But no, I think that this is the fight to make for Khalil. Well, Mr. Roundtree. What do we have here? You got knocked the fuck out. Dude, I honestly felt horrible for Khalil. Like, not on some hater shit. I felt genuinely sickened for Khalil, bro. He was winning the first 2 rounds with ease, and then he just got broken. Destroyed with body shots, just like the Pereira fight. It's a big weakness in his game he's got to fucking figure out, or he's got to face this problem in every fight. But for Khalil, man, I think he should take on Dominic Reyes. And I think a lot of people were saying I think they should run Dominic Reyes versus Johnny Walker. I think that's too big of a step down for Reyes. And I think that this fight is perfect. I think it was, stylistically, it made sense to make this before. Stylistically, this will be a fun fight. It will be on the feet the whole time. And I think that both guys are coming off of losses to guys in the top 5. So Reyes is coming off the knockout loss to Olberg. Khalil's coming off the knockout loss to Yuri. Khalil put up a pretty good performance before he got knocked out as well, so I don't think he needs to fight down super far. I think that this is the fight to make, man. Like, both guys are likable by the UFC fan base. Both guys have main evented and, had crazy fights. Reyes famously beat John Jones, and Khalil put up the fight of the century against Pereira and almost just beat Yuri. This is what Khalil's career is going to be defined by now. Is he was almost beat these all-time greats. He almost beat Yuri. He almost beat Pereira. He almost. That's what I like. I just think that Khalil needs that one switch to hit inside his mind where he turns on that killer instinct, Because it seems like he had Yuri hurt a lot in this fight and was afraid to go for it. Same thing he did in the Jamal Hill fight. He had Yuri hurt in that kind of fight. Not Yuri. He had Hill hurt in the fight, but he didn't go for the finish. And that's kind of how I saw the fight, man. So, Hill versus... not Hill. But how good is Jamal Hill? I'm just kidding. Khalil versus Reyes, run it. The next fight on the I keep fucking up. Every time I switch slides, I see the next fight on the card. The next fight to make is for Amin Zahabi. And it's kind of a confusing situation for Amin Zahabi because he deserves to fight up. He just fought someone that was even with him in the rankings in Josh Emmett. Subbed him in the first round, right? So when you look at the rest of the division, I think they should do Yair Rodriguez versus Aljamain Sterling. That's an easy fight to make. And then I think that they should give Lerone Murphy the title shot. And who else is at the top of that division? Arnold Allen. I don't think... I'm not counting Arnold Allen. He hasn't fought in 2 years. I'm not counting Arnold Allen. I would like to see Zahabi fight Arnold Allen. Not Zahabi. I would love to see Zalal fight Arnold Allen. But I don't think it's going to be made. And so I think this is the fight they should make. This is not... I am not crazy. I am not crazy! This would be a fun fight on the ground, a fun fight on the feet. There's nobody really for Lopes to fight unless he fights Movzar. But I think... I don't know, because maybe I should make him fight Allen. Because if you do, I think Lopes versus Movzar should fight each other. The rest of the top of the division is booked except for Allen. But I just don't trust Allen to fight anytime soon. Movzar is apparently injured. And so why not just run this in the meantime, you know? And yeah, it was a very impressive, like Zahabi, not to keep calling him Zahabi. Zalal did better against Josh Emmett than Yair did. He did better against Josh Emmett than Ilya did. He did better than Josh Emmett that Pico did. This was the best performance against Josh Emmett. And so, yeah, I think that he deserves a big jump up in competition. I think Diego Lopes will fight anyone, anytime, anywhere. I think that the rest of the division have other matchups waiting for them, or they're injured or whatever. And so I think that this is the only fight that really makes sense for the division. So Zalal, unless Arnold Allen comes out of the fucking woodworks, but I'm not counting on that. For like, where is Arnold Allen, bro? You know? The next fight we got to talk about is, oh my God, I messed up. Okay. The next fight we need to talk about is for Josh Emmett. And I think that Josh Emmett is fucking cooked, bro. I think his style is just too one-dimensional. He has no grappling. He literally just goes out there and wings fucking hooks and overhands. That's not going to work against anybody in this level, like this era, bro. Like, you have to, either retire or get fucking slimed out by Gene Silva. Gene Silva, he put up a decent performance against Lopes before he got knocked out himself. He comes to fucking brawl it out every time. So, this fight's not going to be on the ground. So Josh Emmett doesn't have to worry about the ground game. This fight will be on the feet. I think that this is the fun fight to make. I think the fans would love this fight. I think this would be a great fight regardless of who wins as well. Because, Silva wins, it will be by crazy knockout. Emmett wins, and then all the fucking Silva haters go crazy. I think this is a fun fight to make, and I think it makes sense in the division. And yeah, man, I mean, Josh Emmett is just completely fucking cooked, bro. Like, he is just, I think he's done. And I think that he needs to just give up his ranking spot. So yeah. The next fight we need to talk about is for Smoking Joe Pyfer. He got the fucking W against Aboose Magomedov. Fucking packed up Aboose Magomedov like a blunt, smoked him. Turned off the body cam. And yeah, man. The next fight for Joe Pyfer, though. We need to see unstoppable force versus immovable object. The unstoppable power of Joe Pyfer versus the autistic chin of Marvin Vettori. We need to see this, bro. We need to see if Marvin Vettori's chin can eat these kind of shots. I think both guys would be down for it. I think Vettori doesn't deserve to be ranked anymore, so he needs to fight someone that deserves to be ranked or get a ranking shot. I think that this is a sneakily competitive fight as well. I think Vettori, even though he's completely horrible, he can eat a lot of Joe Pyfer shots, and then I think maybe even in the later rounds he could have some success. But I think this is a fun fight to make. And yeah, for the next person, we got Aboose Magomedov. Send him to the Shadow Realm. I'm done with Aboose. I don't care about him. He had a very close competitive fight with fucking Michel Pereira. He got knocked out by Sean Strickland. He got knocked out by Borrelio. He just got submitted by Joe Pyfer. Send him away. And this is how you send him away. You give him Obama. I thank you so much. I'm going to knock out Aboose. Aboose is going to get drone striked. Listen. This is the fight that needs to be made 110%. I think that RoboCop just needs to knock out Aboose. I mean, Aboose has to fight. He was ranked at like 14. Maybe he was just like ranked 17, 16. RoboCop, he just knocked out Jack Hermanson brutally in the first round. I think it's a fair fight for both guys, and I want to see it. The next fight we need to talk about is Atiba Goautier. I think we need to see him actually fight someone that has some semblance of skill, man. Like, I'm tired of seeing him just crush cans. Even the opponent they had before for Atiba, he's not. I want to see grappling. I want to see how he does against someone who can throw kicks and throw. Like, I want to see him fight a capable human being. And so let's see Michel Pereira versus Atiba Goautier. Michel Pereira. Michelle Pereira. Huh? This is Michelle Pereira. Michelle Olajaychek. Let's see Michelle Olajaychek fighting Atiba Goautier. He's on a 2-fight win streak. Just beat GM3. Decimated GM3. Like, I don't want to see Atiba fight GM3 because I love GM3. I pray for GM3's safety, you know? I want to see Michelle Olajaychek versus Atiba Goautier. And I think it's a fight that is awesome, you know? And for this guy, I can't even remember his fucking name, bro. I honestly, like, I just felt horrible for him. I don't think you should cut him from the UFC yet because he did the UFC a favor. Like, at least he did the UFC a fucking favor, right? And he, took the fight on short notice and got destroyed. Like, he knew he was going to get destroyed and he still signed it. So, I think he should fight Cody Brundage, who's the worst middleweight on the roster. And I honestly don't even think Cody Brundage should be signed. So, it's lucky that Cody Brundage even gets this. For Daniel Santos, let me take a sip of water real quick. For Daniel Santos, I think that he is on a 4-fight win streak of his own. He's put on some impressive performances. He deserves to fight up in the division. He doesn't deserve a ranked opponent. But all of his fights have been fun to watch, you know? So I think he deserves to get another fun fight. Nate the Train. Daniel Santos versus Nate the Train is absolute cinema. I think the first round of this fight would just, like, tell me that's not fucking hard, man. Tell me that's not a tough-ass matchup, bro. Just give me the job at the UFC, bro. Like, come on. This is a banger, man. This is a banger right there, man. And so, yeah, I think Nate Landwehr versus Daniel Santos. And for Patchy Mix, man, I don't really care what Jacob Wicklash does. He beat a guy that was 0-1 in his debut, right? I think that Patchy Mix, I think he should fight Usman Nurmagomedov, man. I think that Usman Nurmagomedov, he didn't even win his last fight against Paul Hughes. And I think that Patchy Mix, even though he arguably could have won this fight in the UFC, what is the point of having him around? Why are we going to keep Patchy Mix around if he's not going to be a force in the division? You know? If there's no future for Patchy Mix, where we see entertaining performance out of him, or why do we want Patchy Mix in the UFC? Just think about it. Like, answer, why do we want Patchy Mix? Because he's a former Bellator champion? That doesn't mean shit. It really doesn't mean shit, bro. Like, look at these two fucking frauds. They should fight each other, bro. But yeah, that will do it for the video. If you like the video, like, subscribe, do all that YouTube shit. I'm just tired of Patchy Mix. I'm so hyped for Pereira, man. Like, this is a great day. This is really a great day. So, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.